So next, I would like to turn it over to the Superintendent Student Ambassadors. As we started doing last month and we continue through the spring, I will be inviting our ambassadors to join us at board meetings to present about their respective schools. We have an amazing group of students representing our high school in the Student Ambassador Program, which is specifically designed for leadership development and is an opportunity for our students to practice leadership throughout the school, district, and civic engagement and volunteerism. I would like to introduce Ms. Mia Pruitt, who serves as the advisor for the Superintendent Student Ambassadors, to tell you more and introduce our students that are speaking this evening. Ms. Pruitt.
Thank you, Dr. Dixon. President Adair, Vice President Reyes, Dr. Dixon, Treasurer Bahork, Internal Auditor Smith, and members of the board. It is my pleasure to once again introduce to you the Superintendent Student Ambassadors this evening. This evening, I present to you ambassadors from CAHS, Columbus North International, and Independence High School. They will be sharing a little bit about their personal experiences as ambassadors this year and giving you also a glimpse into their schools and what it's been like through this past year, and just sharing a little bit about that. I just really wanted to say on a personal note that I am truly encouraged and pleased that I get the opportunity to work with these students every month. They come ready, willing, actively engaged every month, and they apply the information that they learned in real time. And so one of the, as we're talking about the vaccinations and COVID, the students are actually going to be participating in a town hall discussion tomorrow about teens and COVID. And they will have an opportunity to have this conversation where information will be shared, where they can have just talk about some of those challenges and also get the information about vaccinations. We've already had some students that have been vaccinated. Some ambassadors have been vaccinated. So I'm just encouraged and that we know that the leadership and the information is being shared from this group. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to our students from CAHS, and we'll go ahead and get started.
It will not allow me to share my screen. Okay.
Good evening. Before we start, I would like to thank President Adair, Vice President Reyes, Dr. Dixon, Treasurer Borherick, Internal Auditor Smith, and the board members. My name is Jordan Lyons, and I'm a graduating senior.
Hello, my name is Michaela Anderson, and I am also a senior.
Hello, my name is Vidya Karel, and I'm a sophomore. We attend Columbus Alternative High School.
We are a magnet school for college-bound students around Columbus. We have the access to partake in our AP and IB programs. We firmly believe that excellence is our standard and not the exception. The principal at CAHS is Daryl Sanders. Our school mascot is the president, and our student-to-teacher ratio is a 22-to-1 ratio.
During junior year, students will venture out and explore for internships. This allows our students to gain a first look into what it is like in the work field. Our IB and AP classes develops our students to expand their knowledge in a multitude of areas. The IB learner profile develops our students into inquirers, knowledgeable, thinkers, communicators, principled, open-minded, caring, risk takers, balanced, and reflective. Aside from our academics, we also have a wide variety of clubs and activities for students to partake in, and we also provide the opportunity to create new ones.
Even though COVID has made school life difficult for everyone, CAS has not forgotten its initial goal and continues to prepare students for success. Our classes are well regulated with precaution and cleanness. Students are required to keep a safe distance from one another and disinfect their seats once class is over. Students and teachers use Google Classroom as a main source for exchanging schoolworks. We also use the app Blooms to communicate when we're not in the building. CAS staff is very supportive and understanding with students. Even during COVID, they work hard to push CAS students to their best potential.
Despite being in a pandemic, our school staff have done the best they could to support seniors this year. From our lovely staff, we have gotten encouragement when it comes to our grades. We have been blessed with extended deadlines, and overall, we have received an abundance of support. Our seniors have received gift bags of goodies from staff, encouraging us to finish off the second semester strong. Sadly, this year we do not get to receive a prom, but we are still able to partake in our virtual events like the 2021 Senior Fest and the CAHS Senior Breakfast. Even more exciting, we still get the opportunity to have an in-person graduation and a night of elegance.
CAS has received a silver medal from U.S. News and World Magazine report as one of the nation's top high school.
The College Board has recognized our school as one of 7 schools in the country for advancement of higher level math and science for minority students.
Our school offers trips to Canada and Spain for students in that specific class.
Our graduation rate is at 98%.
We have been told by other students that what they love about CAS is the diversity and the atmosphere in our building.
And lastly, we are a non-judgmental and anti-bullying school.
How have teachers helped you during COVID?
So they become less strict with like work, like they take into consideration what situation a student might be in. So like a student might not be able to finish their work online on time because they might not have internet or anything like that. So they accept like late stuff, or they work closely with the students to help.
Thank you. What would you say the best thing as CAHS has been?
I really like the diversity here. I came from a place that's like there's not many other like different types of people around me, like, and then I came here and there's lots of people like different races and like you open my mind up to a lot of things. So I feel a lot more experience with stuff now.
Thank you. What is the best thing or best event that has happened to you at CAHS?
The pep rallies that we used to have freshman and sophomore year, we obviously don't have them anymore, but probably the best part of it. I would say the same thing. The pep rallies and stuff was fun, but now we can't do it because of us having to be socially distanced.
How have CAHS teachers helped you during COVID?
So the teachers have been like super flexible with us in our work, and like kind of if we need help with something, they'll try the best they can over the phone and what they can do. Work like together, and like it's kind of hard because we don't know anybody yet, but like they're trying to make a friend with us, something like that.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Best thing about college to me is I love how the teachers are super engaged and they help me out with anything I need, whether it be assignments or things in my personal life. I just feel like they really care. So shout out to college staff.
I think one of the best things is the workload really is going to prepare you for college and go study, get far in your major, and be successful in life.
I want to take the opportunity to thank all of you for allowing me to share a piece of our school with you. Also, I would like to thank my teachers and staff for giving me the opportunity to participate in the Columbus City Schools Student Ambassador Program. This program has helped me to speak up and venture out when I see a need for change. I want to thank Ms. Pruitt and Dr. Dixon for leading this program and aiding me in finding my voice. Thank you, CCS, for preparing me for my future. I will miss you.
I would like to also thank my teachers for nominating me for this program. I also would like to thank Dr. Dixon and Ms. Pruitt for initiating change and allowing student voices to be heard. I have learned to step out of my shell and use my voice to represent our young people.
I've learned so much together with my fellow student ambassadors, but the thing that stuck with me the most was our session on the LGBTQ+ community with Amanda Erickson from Kaleidoscope. As a person with a background that is not really educated in terms of LGBTQ+, I learned many things such as correct pronouns and their differences between sexuality and genders.
And remember, CAHS where excellence
Is the, sorry. So sorry. Can we do that again?
And remember, CAHS where excellence
Is, so sorry. Just skip it. Sorry about that.
And so, CAHS, thank you. That was an excellent presentation. I just learned even more about this wonderful school in our district. So thank you so much. I think that was, you guys did a great job. Board, do you have any questions for our Cosmic Scholars?
Or do you have any questions for Member Cole?
Thank you, CAHS, for giving us this wonderful presentation that gave me a very clear indication that despite the adversity of the day, our children, our students are much, much more resilient than we often give them credit. And I'm not one of those people who fails to do that, because I'm raising kids your age and I know exactly how tough you are when you are pushed to the challenge. So I applaud you on that. My question to you all is how do you want to see the transition back occur for you and your student colleagues? How can we best help guide that process for you?
I would definitely just say continual connection with our students. You know, a lot of people believe that because we're young, we don't have our own feelings about certain objects and certain topics. And I feel like we can just maintain a good barrier of connection with everyone.
Unless there's anyone else, I thank you so much for that. Struggle on. Very proud of you.
Thank you so much, students. That was great. Dr. Dixon or Ms. Pruitt, maybe you have the next set?
Yes, so we will now hear from Columbus North International.
Good afternoon, President Adar, Vice President Reyes, Dr. Dixon, Treasurer Barak, Internal Auditor Smith, and members of the board. Today, Tommy and I are here to represent Columbus North International, home of the Lions. Within the past few years, our school has changed a lot in many great ways, and we wish to share that with you today. To begin, my name is Orduna. I'm a senior at Columbus North International. I've been here since 7th grade, and I've had the privilege of learning about the many countries, cultures, and languages that are represented in the school. During my sophomore year of high school, I was encouraged to take College Credit Plus classes at Columbus State Community College by my counselors and still take classes today. I have recently committed to The Ohio State University, and I'm a first-year ambassador.
Hi, my name is Tommy Pham. I am a Vietnamese American, and I am a junior at Columbus North International, and I am a first-year student ambassador. I've also been at Columbus North International ever since 7th grade, which staying in Columbus North International ever since I was 7th grade has taught me that I can get used to a foreign place and be able to adapt there.
Our previous building is where Dominion Middle School is now located, and now CNIS has merged with Columbus Global Academy and moved into their building. Although we didn't really want to accept the change, we were welcomed with open arms by all staff and students, and it's been an amazing time.
While we were at the old building, we were fortunate enough to have opportunities to do school field trips. And one of the most wonderful experiences I had was an opportunity to go to Japan in the summer of 2019 with my classmates and teachers, which we went to learn more about Japanese culture by living with a host family or doing after-school activities with the Japanese students. And the picture on the left is of me and my classmates with our host family.
Moving into the new building gave us more opportunities to act with global students with activities that were happening at the beginning of the year, and we've gotten to know more about them and their cultures and the building itself.
Back in 2019, we started to learn more about the new building as time passed. Then in 2020, the pandemic started and we started to do online classes for the remaining time up until now. Our transition back to the school wasn't as difficult as we thought it would be. Majority of the students follow the rules, and if they don't, they get talked to by a teacher.
A great majority of the students follow the markings on the hallway floors and on the stairs, also following the rules with one person in the bathroom at a time and wearing their masks all day. Recently, a service club has been started at our school by our Spanish teacher, Ms. Kimnak. It's about providing students with the experience and opportunity to give back to their community. Recently, Ms. Kimnak and a global teacher, Ms. Shapiro, organized a food drive. This food drive was for the incoming global families who are just now getting on their feet in this country, and it's been a wonderful opportunity to see how much both schools can do for each other.
Our school is a diverse place of students and teachers, where we have multiple language classes such as Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Spanish, French, Arabic, and Russian, which so far the language classes I've taken is Chinese and Japanese, which the opportunity of taking these languages classes can help whenever you're in college.
Recently, we got a new principal, Mr. Riggs, and he's been wonderful with the transition and being supportive. Our teachers have also done a good job at keeping us focused on what we need to do to pass and graduate. And for me personally, our counselors have also done a great job with all the support and talking me through things that I need help with. One of our teachers, Ms. Sunderman, has an Instagram page dedicated to our students at Columbus North International. And she also posts review for exams like AP Human Geography or US History tests. As a senior this year, I can tell you firsthand that it's not at all what I expected it to be. Growing up, you see all these coming of age movies talking about how senior year is one of the best years of high school and how there's so many things you can do. Obviously, that was not the case this year. But with the help of teachers and each other, we've managed to make this a somewhat memorable year. On our own, seniors have planned a few activities. Like last December, we took a trip to Skate Zone 71 and had a lot of fun there, seeing each other for the first time in months. Virtually, teachers planned a winter festival event in which we played games, voted for t-shirt designs, and just had fun as a class altogether. And we've also created an Instagram page dedicated to us and our achievements this year. Also, don't forget about Senior Fest 21 tomorrow. Becoming a student ambassador was something that gave me many opportunities, from meeting new people and learning about them and their schools, to meeting with Mayor Ginther and talking about how to better the city of Columbus for us, and learning about our communication and personality types with Dr. Blue's cross-cultural communication presentation. I would like to thank Ms. Pruitt and Dr. Dixon for the opportunity to be a part of such an amazing program.
As what Alexis said, becoming a student ambassador has given me opportunities to be able to meet with people such as Mary Ginther. It has also made me get to know more about other student ambassadors from other schools.
We would like to thank you for your time, and we would like to thank you for your time to hear us talk about our amazing school.
Awesome. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Alexa. We really appreciate it. Board, do you have any questions for our amazing ambassadors at Columbus North International? Yes, round of applause.
Board Member Cole?
谢谢。你好吗？我是 Mr. Cole. I'm really excited to, I'm just very proud of this school. And I don't mean to seem as if I'm showing favoritism. I've just watched so many of you grow up and transition from your times in either your immersion schools, whether Spanish immersion or at Cole Kenwood, and then grow up as 7th graders, as my child did, through 12th at Columbus North International, and experience the pleasures and the vicissitudes, the lulls, if you will, of that experience there, but come out, I mean, shining like gold, sparkling like the most well-chiseled diamonds. And we all know that diamonds are made by heat, time, and pressure. So thank you for being diamonds in the district. My quick question to you all is, considering the transition into the new building in the past year and some change, what is it that you'd like to see paid forward in that space for your student colleagues that you'll actually be leaving on? We're going through an FMP process, and I'd love to get some feedback from you on how we can improve our facilities at Columbus North International.
Okay. Do we have a question for them, or is that a question?
That was a question.
Okay. Alexa, Tommy?
Thank you for your question. I think right now the transition has been pretty smooth and everything. I haven't really noticed anything that needs more improvement, but I'm sure there's more room for improvement anywhere. I really can't think of anything off the top of my head.
No worries, no worries. I thank you so much. Very proud of you, Miss Orduna.
Thank you so much, international students. So great to see you and hear about your school. Ms. Pruitt?
Yeah, so thank you once again, Tommy and Alexa. We will now hear from Independence High School.
Pride in the eye.
Good afternoon, President Adair, Vice President Reyes, Dr. Dixon, Treasurer Verhoek, Internal Auditor Smith, and members of the board. My name is Sophia Ball. I am a junior at Independence High School in Fort Harris Career Center. I'm a student representative in different organizations such as iWomen, which is a women leadership group at Independence High School, Student Council. I'm also a student ambassador, and I'm also a Skills USA chapter president at Fort Hays Career Center. I'm a 4.0 student athlete. I play volleyball.
Hello, my name is Layla Castle. I am a first-year student ambassador. I am a junior at Independence High School in Fort Hays Career Center, also in the health science program. I'm a student representative for iWomen as well and the National Honor Society. I will be inducted tomorrow. And I'm also a student ambassador representing Independence High School. And I'm a 4.0 student athlete. I am the captain of the varsity volleyball, softball, and bowling team. As you all know, COVID has been a struggle for coaches, student athletes, students, teachers, everyone, even the community. And right here, we have one of our coaches explaining what's going on with their team and what's going on with them because it's complicated for everyone.
Did the pandemic push away athletes, or did the pandemic bring them together, like more as a team?
I think it brought them together more because they didn't get as much time together. Mm-hmm. But, like they usually did have a locker room, like I said. Yeah. But now I thought that they either interacted more through phones, they talked more Zoom meetings. Mm-hmm. It was just, they had to rely on, actually talking to each other now because you don't get the in-person time. So they were calling more, I believe. And I think it may have pushed some athletes. I don't think it pushed athletes away. I think they just may not have known about the information or known that.
Did like one person that supported you or that group of people that supported you in the school staff? If yes, who? If no, why? Yes, and the person who helped me, her name is Coach Johnson. Mm-hmm. And basically, she was just helping me, making sure I was doing what I was supposed to, staying on top of my grades and sports. We also have another student here. He's a freshman, and he gave us a little more insight about how he's dealing with the pandemic, especially now.
All right, I'm Layla. What's your name?
Roosevelt.
All right, and today I'm just gonna ask you one question, okay? Going through COVID, did you have that one person or group of people that supported you in the school staff? If yes, who? If no, why not? And what did you do to change that?
Yes, and it was the coaches and my friends on the team. So we just basically stayed up to date with each other, and we just stayed in touch and made sure everybody was okay because we went through a rough time. The sports was here, and make sure everybody was doing good in school too, because that's important. And just like make sure everybody's doing good in the class.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate your answers, okay?
Okay.
Throughout the school day, we came to the conclusions that our students' mental health has gotten worse due to the pandemic because they're not used to being at home. They're not used to doing stuff by themselves. They're used to being out with people. And due to school being moved to online, it made them more unmotivated. It made them procrastinate, especially me, because this year I struggled a lot. And as for our teachers and coaches, it was harder for them because they couldn't interact with students in person. They had to learn how to adapt. We both had to learn to adapt and change our ways of learning. We want to give a special thanks to Mr. Owens, Coach Williams, Capri Dawkins, Roosevelt Tutter, Dr. Toller, who is our new principal this year, Mr. Current, Mom Mia, Coach Z. Thank you so much for your support. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. 76ers are pride and eye.
Integrity, intelligence, and involvement. And I also wanted to say thank you to everyone that was here today and allowed us the opportunity to have a conversation with you, even if it wasn't in person. It's an honor to talk to you all.
What she said. Thank you so much.
Layla and Sophia, wonderful job. Thank you so much. Thank you. You all have just done such a wonderful job. I love Pride in the Eye. Yes, so, just another wonderful example. And to the board, just, I hope that you have had, have enjoyed hearing from the students again this evening, but the students are really just a joy to work with each and every other week that we come together. So again, if you have any questions for Sophia and Layla.
There is a question, two questions. So we'll start with board member Ragland and then board member Cole.
I just want to thank all of our students for their presentations this evening. It was wonderful seeing the different flavors as we went from school to school. Everyone has some different points of emphasis that were each articulated very, very well. But one thing I saw across the board was a commitment to excellence. Even in the midst of this pandemic where, a couple of my colleagues have mentioned that there are some tremendous challenges, you young people have done just a tremendous job of looking at excellence as the standard. And it showed tonight in all of your presentations. Ms. Pruitt, thank you for continuing this work. Thank you for continuing to bring these young people before us. You all are the heart of our district. And I just love the fact that we're able to get these presentations from our students. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I enjoyed them thoroughly. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Board member Cole.
Thank you very quickly. I just want to say to you youngsters that you are just an august representation of your schools and your school district. You guys gave an outstanding presentation. You filled obviously some big shoes. There were some students who came before you maybe a year or two ago who actually lobbied city council to get sidewalks built in the community. You guys represent that type of advocacy, that type of efficacy, that type of voice for yourselves and your colleagues. So I'm really proud of you. Quick question. Again, we're going through an FMP process in the school district. Independence is probably one of, outside of the new schools that have been built, probably one of the more recent schools within the 40 years, within past 40 plus years. Actually a little more than that, almost 50 years. But either way, wanted to see if you had any comments about how we can look at improving the schools there, your school at Independence. And again, I love Pride in the Eye, baby. I love it.
For the past, I've been at Independence the past 3 years, and every year the school is changing. Last year we got a new gym, which is really grateful. Our gym looks better than ever right now. I feel like the one thing for me would probably be air conditioning, or actually getting some light, because some of our windows in the other classes doesn't open, or getting some heat in the building, because you can go from one side of the building and it could be hot and stuffy on one side, the other side can be cold. And I feel like certain students deal with that because I'm anemic and I can't be too cold. I don't like being too cold, but I don't like being too hot. We got to find a balance. I don't know if it's like that for other people, but that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so out of the physical, I would really like to see the teachers interacting with the students more. There are a few new teachers that actually interact with their students a lot more. As we said, we thank Mr. Owens because he actually helped us with one of our presentations. And my sister went to this school. She graduated 2016, and she fought to keep the doors of Independence open, and I'm really glad she did. It's a struggle, but we're getting through it one day at a time, and that's really all you can do. As one of my teachers here taught me, you can only go day by day. That's all you can really do.
I get that.
Thank you so much, students from Independence. It was a great presentation. Dr. Dixon, Ms. Pruitt, back to you.
I'll turn it over to Dr. Dixon.
Wow, thank you again, students and board members. You all said it. This is just a small representation of the talent that we have in our district, and the students do such a great job representing themselves and their school and the district. So we're proud of you. Continue on. And when you get these questions for the board members, when they want to know your thoughts, hey, share your thoughts and your ideas, because you never know what the difference that may make. It could mean something, a new building, do something for you guys. So when you're given this opportunity, speak up. So thank you for that. And again, thank you, Ms. Ford, for always preparing our students, taking the time to make sure that they are prepared and represent the district well. So really appreciate all the work that you do and the time that you place in making sure that our students are prepared.
You're welcome. And thank you for the opportunity. I can't say enough about how fortunate I am to work with the students. So thank you.
You're welcome.